Pat Williams has been around winners all his life, and now in his, get this, 100th book. I mean, who even does that? He breaks down what it takes to be an extreme winner. Just watch.
Pat Williams has been in professional sports for over 50 years. While most know him as an NBA executive for the Orlando Magic, he actually got his start in baseball as a player in the minor leagues. But at 24, he moved into the front office, which ultimately led to a career as a general manager in the NBA, spanning over 4 decades. Drawing from his experience in professional sports and as a motivational speaker, Pat has spent a lifetime studying what it takes to be a winner. In his latest book, Extreme Winning, Pat shares his mindset for success and what qualities we can add to our own lives to win.
Please welcome back to the 700 Club, Pat Williams. Always a treat to have you here.
Oh, Terry, it's wonderful to see you. I always love to come back.
Well, we have some history.
Yeah, we go way back. Good friends, good friends.
We do. Extreme Winning, your 100th book. That's a feat in and of itself. But so many of the people who've read this book, I always enjoy reading people's comments on the front of a book, have said that this one is just something extra special. Define for us what your take on an extreme winner is. How would you define that?
Well, Terry, here's what I've learned from these many years in sports. These men and women that we admire so much and enjoy so much are not normal.
Yeah.
That's what I've discovered. Their whole life is built around winning.
Yeah.
And it's to an extreme level. Mm-hmm. And then came this 40, 50 years of study about what are the qualities that these extreme winners have. And I came to the conclusion that they have 12 qualities. Every one of them has these 12 qualities, and each of these qualities are to the extreme level as well. Yeah. And so I wanted to share that and challenge people that they can be driving in the same direction.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that these extreme winners were born that way, but somewhere it all began to hit, and I hope I can inspire people to want to live that way.
Well, I think the book is so important because you say one of the first things that you have to be an extreme winner is to have a dream, an extreme dream. And I think a lot of people have extreme dreams when they're children, but they get beaten out of them somewhere along the way. And your book really shares how did the people who we would see as extremely winning or successful hang on through the end. Talk about the importance of having an extreme dream, because yours started at age 7, right?
Yeah, I was 7, Terry. My dad took me to my first Major League Baseball game in Philadelphia, 1947. And I was captured by the sights and the sound and the smell of baseball.
It is pretty fun.
And the color. Everything was green.
Yeah.
Green grass, green fences, green seats. And I woke up the next morning, and I think dreams, by the way, come at night.
Yeah.
I think they come at night, and I woke up the next morning. I knew exactly what I wanted to do with my life. I wanted to be a ball player, and from that point on, even though my playing days are long over, the dream transitioned into the front office. So I've been living this dream. However, it's wonderful to have dreams, but you've got to put them into action.
Yeah.
Got to put shoe leather to your dreams. Old Vance Havner, the old preacher, said you got to stop staring up the steps and start stepping up the stairs. So you've got to put that dream into action and then fight. Yeah. Because there's going to be risk, there's going to be fear, there's going to be change, and you got to fight through those 3 deadly killers of dreams. But I encourage people to dream, and particularly young people. Dream big, dream often, dream in Technicolor. Dreams are important.
And as you said, persevere, because no dream that's worth its fulfillment comes easily.
Terry, I did a whole chapter somewhere down the line, I think maybe at the 8th chapter, maybe chapter 9, I talk about perseverance.
Hanging in there.
And every great person, every person of accomplishment, those that we admire so much, they all should have quit about 20 times. Yeah. They had so many setbacks, so many things going against them, but they persevered. Walt Disney called it stick-to-it-ivity. It's not a real word.
That sounds like a Disney
but
word.
Isn't that that's
Yes,
a wonderful
it is a
word.
wonderful word.
Stick-to-itivity. That's Disneyese for hanging in there.
You talk about, and I love the things, because you share about him several times in the book, Thomas Edison, and how many times he failed at what he was trying to do, but he didn't see it as failure. He saw it as one more learning experience about what doesn't create light.
Yeah. Maybe the best lesson I ever got in life came from Dr. Warren Wiersbe, who was my pastor at Moody Church in Chicago when I was there. And during a tough period in my life, I went to Dr. Wiersbe, told him about it, and here's what he said to me. He said, "Don't waste your sufferings," said Dr. Wiersbe. That's not what I wanted to hear that day. But what he was saying was, through these tough times, you're going to learn. Through these difficult periods, you're going to gain a lot of wisdom. So be in a position that you're constantly learning through the tough times, because on the other side, Terry, you'll be better, you'll be stronger, you'll be more capable.
You know, that's so evident of you whenever I read any of your books, but never more than in Extreme Winning, that you are a person who wants to know what has worked for other people, what makes them tick, how they think. Do you carry a little pad of paper and a pencil around with you? I'm reading these quotes from conversations you've had, and I'm thinking, how does he remember that stuff?
Well, Terry, the best advice I got was from a book editor way back. Her name was Janet Toma. Never will forget Janet.
I am a good friend of Janet's.
Are you really?
Yeah.
She was with Thomas Nelson at the time. Loved Janet Toma. Here's what she said to me years ago. She said, "Save your stories."
Yeah.
She said, "Write them down. Don't trust your memory." And she said, "File them. And then when it's time to write a book, you'll have your stories." And she said, "Books are dependent on stories." People love stories. And so I love to collect stories and then share them where it fits into a book.
You run the ribbon through them of the subject matter.
There you go.
I want to take just a quick moment, because we're almost out of time here, for you to share where you're at physically. I know you've been diagnosed with a cancer that there is no known cure for, but there is remission for it. Tell us where you're at.
Well, I was diagnosed 5 years ago, Terry, with multiple myeloma. I'd never heard of it. It's one of the blood cancers. But at the 5-year mark, the doctors are telling me that they don't see any signs of it.
Praise God.
I wrote a book last year called The Mission is Remission, and to encourage people with any form of cancer.
Yeah.
And so here's what I've learned, Terry. Don't neglect your yearly physical.
Yeah.
Boy, that's important. Because if there is something that's not right, they can find it.
Catch it early.
And the earlier, the better. And secondly, stay close to the Lord. He is still in the healing business.
Yes.
Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed and healing
Be his name.
is thy name. So stay close to the Lord. He knows what it's all about.
Well, Pat, thank you also for your sincerity and openness about things, and for encouraging the rest of us to keep on keeping on and to do it with gusto and passion. I want to mention Pat's book again is called Extreme Winning, 12 Keys to Unlocking the Winner Within You. We've only had time to talk about a few of them, so get a hold of the book. You're going to want your own copy. It's available nationwide. Blessings to you. Great to have you with us.
Great to see you.
Friend. Thank you.